If you bought a TV lately, you may have noticed something sneaky. It's not just asking for Wi-Fi and streaming logins, it's asking to turn on an AI assistant, right there, on the biggest screen in your home. That's not a small change, because the living room is shared space. It's where families watch movies, where guests gather, where the TV used to be just a screen. Now, it's a computer with opinions. So here's what matters this week. LG and Samsung are baking AI assistants into their 2025 TVs. Think Microsoft Copilot on LG sets, and Samsung's Vision AI TVs with Copilot and Perplexity built in. At the same time, Bluetooth's next wave, called LE Audio, is quietly fixing the annoying parts of wireless sound, and foldable screens keep pushing toward devices that shapeshift between phone, tablet, and even light laptop. Let's slow that down for a second. No flashy product launch. But these moves change how our homes feel, how our gadgets talk to each other, and who actually controls the experience. Here's the quick recap of what happened. Reports around late December highlighted LG's 2025 TVs integrating Microsoft Copilot. You can chat with it for troubleshooting and content help. Samsung's Vision AI TVs put AI agents on the home screen too, with Copilot and Perplexity for conversational search and recommendations. Meanwhile, Bluetooth LE Audio is showing up in more gear, promising lower latency and better sync. And Samsung's foldable story is stretching beyond phones, leaning into a future where one device can be many things. The thread tying these together is simple. Your everyday devices are turning into software platforms. Your TV is no longer a dumb panel. It's an AI hub. Your earbuds aren't just headphones. They're part of a coordinated audio network. And your phone might be a tablet when you need it. Now, how does any of this actually work? Start with AI on TVs. When you ask Copilot on an LG set, the heavy lifting happens in the cloud. The TV, running WebOS, sends your request to Microsoft servers. The response comes back as text or voice, maybe with a tile you can click. Some TVs do quick tasks locally, like recognizing your voice or controlling volume. But the thinking is mostly off-device. In other words, the TV becomes an edge gateway. Quick stuff on the box, big brain answers from the cloud. That split is convenient, and it's where privacy questions enter, because your living room queries now travel to someone else's computers. Here's what actually matters here. The assistant isn't just fetching a show, it's a new layer on the TV's interface. It can steer you to apps, content, even shopping. Placement on the home screen matters. It's the new battle for your attention. Now, Bluetooth LE Audio. Think of this as the next generation of Bluetooth for sound. The key piece is a codec called LC3. That's a way of packing audio, so it uses less data without sounding worse. The promise is better quality at lower bit rates, which means lower power draw and less lag. If you've ever watched a show and the lips didn't match the words, that lag hurts. LE Audio reduces it. It also supports a feature called Auracast. That's like a public broadcast for audio. A cafe, a gym, or a TV in your living room can broadcast sound that multiple earbuds can tune into, in sync. So let's slow that down. LE Audio isn't flashy, but it removes friction. It's the difference between, where are my cables, and it just works. This matters if you're bouncing between a meeting on your laptop and a show on your TV with the same earbuds. It also helps households share audio without waking up the baby. And foldables. Under the glass, you've got ultra-thin glass and precision hinges that let the screen curve without snapping. Software adapts when you unfold. Apps shift layout, split screen options appear, keyboards resize. You go from phone mode to tablet mode in a beat. The big idea is form factor fluidity. Your device stretches to fit the task. Watching YouTube, phone size is fine. Reviewing a deck, unfold for more room. Dock it with a keyboard and it starts to feel laptop-ish. Not perfect yet, but the direction is clear. Take a breath. Here's the headline across all of this. The living room is becoming an AI surface. Your audio is becoming a multi-device network. Your screens are becoming flexible. And the competition is shifting from raw specs to the shape of your daily experience. Now, why should you care beyond the cool factor? First, control. When a TV ships with AI on by default, you're not just buying hardware, you're opting into a relationship with a cloud service. That brings convenience. Hey Copilot, find something cozy to watch. But it also adds a new privacy setup. Accounts, data usage, voice recordings, recommendations. It's one more system to tame. Second, attention. AI on the home screen changes the rules. The TV used to be Switzerland, inputs in, content out. Now the start screen is prime real estate. Assistants, streaming services, and ads all want the top tile. It's like the old browser default wars, but on your wall. Here's a framing that sticks. Attention is the new HDMI port. Third, interoperability. LE Audio makes multi-device life smoother. Less lag, better handoff, shared listening. That's nice for consumers. For companies, it strengthens ecosystems. If your headphones feel better with your brand's TV, that's a quiet lock-in. Fourth, flexibility. Foldables invite new habits. Reading on a bigger screen during a commute, sketching on a tablet-sized canvas, then pocketing it. For many people, that's still premium territory, but it's shaping how software teams think about layout and input. Let that sink in for a second. None of this is a single wow announcement. It's a stack of subtle changes that add up to different daily behavior. We should talk about trade-offs too. Privacy's the obvious one. TVs with built-in assistants send more data out. That can be anonymized and controlled, but the flows exist. Some AI features may switch on through updates. Not malicious, just a moving target. If you support family members with new TVs, expect more onboarding choices and opt-outs to explain. Regulation is another force in the mix. Rules around connected devices and data handling are tightening, especially in Europe. Vendors pushing AI-first experiences on shared screens could face new disclosure and consent requirements. That's not a bad thing. It just adds friction to the rollout. On the hardware side, foldables still cost more, and hinges remain a durability stress point. That's improving, but if you toss your phone into bags or drop it often, it's a consideration. And while LE Audio is promising, older devices won't get it. The benefits arrive as you replace gear. So where's this going next? Short term, expect more AI faces on TVs. Not just one assistant, but agents that specialize. A cooking helper while you watch recipes. A sports explainer during a game. Under the hood, some tasks will shift to chips inside the TV for speed and privacy, while bigger questions still go to the cloud. LE Audio will show up in more earbuds, TV boxes, and soundbars. You'll feel the difference as less delay and more reliable sharing. Foldables will creep into mid-range sooner in some markets, especially as hinge and panel yields improve. In other words, 2026 will likely be a year of "it just works" moments. Not magic, just smoother. If you're exploring this space for work, here are a few practical takeaways. For buyers, during TV setup, take the extra 3 minutes to review privacy options. Turn off voice history if you don't want recordings saved. It's worth the pause. For teams building apps, design for an AI-first surface. Assume the assistant is the front door, not the menu grid. Think short, actionable responses. For audio planners, target LE Audio where it removes pain. TV lip sync, call handoffs, group listening. It's a quiet win that users notice. For product leaders, treat the living room as shared context. Features that respect multiple users and mixed tech literacy tend to score trust. For anyone managing devices at home, label inputs, set clear defaults, and save setup codes. The more software shows up on TVs, the more good housekeeping helps. Let's ground this with a day-in-the-life example. You get home. Your earbuds are still in from a call. You sit down, the TV wakes, and the earbuds switch over without that Bluetooth wrestling match. You ask the TV's assistant for feel-good comedies from the 90s, it lines up options, and you pick one. Halfway through, your partner joins with their earbuds, and the TV broadcasts to both with synced audio. Later, you unfold your phone to finish a document on a bigger screen before bed. Nothing flashy, just smoother. Here's the thing that often gets missed. The best tech shifts are the ones you don't notice right away. They show up as less fiddling, fewer cables, fewer, "hold on, give me a sec." That's the quiet revolution happening now. But it's also fair to ask, who gets a say when the experience changes? If your TV wakes up one day with new AI shortcuts, it's helpful when you can opt out or set boundaries. Clear controls build trust. Lack of them erodes it. That's the balance to watch. Before we wrap, a quick decoder for terms you'll hear. Copilot, Microsoft's cloud-based AI helper. On TVs, it can answer questions, search, and trigger actions. LE Audio, a newer Bluetooth standard aimed at better sound at lower power with less lag. LC3, the audio format in LE Audio. Think efficient packing for sound. Auracast, broadcast audio over Bluetooth. Many listeners, one source. Great for gyms, airports, or shared TV watching. If you remember one thing from this whole video, make it this. The living room is becoming the next big AI battleground, and audio is getting out of your way. Foldables are the wild card, nudging us toward screens that adapt to us, not the other way around. Here's what stands out for teams in this space. Experiences win over features. The assistant that helps you find a show, start the dishwasher, and set a reminder without feeling creepy wins. The earbuds that just switch win. The foldable that makes spreadsheets tolerable on the train wins. Not because of specs, but because of moments. And that's where 2025's Quiet Week is pointing. Less spectacle, more subtlety. The kind that, once you get used to it, you don't want to give up. That's the story for now. If you found this useful, a like and subscribe helps us keep making these videos. Thanks for watching.